What up, my people, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode, Feed Your Focus podcast. Today is a beautiful day. I'm here with the beautiful Savia. I'm with the beautiful Savia. We're gonna chop it up, get to know her a little bit and see what she's working on and the good vibes and all that. Savia, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you. Good to see you again. How was your day today?
I've actually had an amazing day.
Yeah, you had a great day?
Yeah, I got to finally drive. I haven't driven in a minute. So that was fun. And it's finally becoming summer in Maine. It's been a second, but
it's been a crazy weather though.
We're finally getting some nice weather.
Yeah, but I love Maine out here, right? When the summer comes and it's hot and a good weather, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Where you from? Let's start from there. What's your background?
Okay, well, I was born in San Francisco, California. I then moved to Italy when I was 7 years old. My father is from Italy, so I grew up speaking both Italian and English. And then from there, we moved to Virginia. That's where my mom is from. And so we lived there for about 8 years.
Okay.
Or I lived there for 8 years.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Colorado, and then I moved to Utah, then I moved here. So.
Been all around the world, but that's great. But you say you speak how many languages?
So I speak English and Italian perfectly, and then Spanish un poquito. Puedo entender más que puedo hablar, but I'd say like 75% fluent.
Then you say you want to learn comment ça va?
Comment ça va? Je ne parle pas bien français.
That's great. So you want to learn?
I'm trying to learn French.
You're trying to learn French.
Je veux apprendre.
Tu veux apprendre.
Je veux apprendre.
I think you're there. I think also because you speak Spanish and Italian, also that French can come like. Some of the vocabulary kind of the same. The pronunciation can be different.
Yeah.
But the vocabulary and the meaning of it can. If you hear some people speaking French, you can pick some part of it.
But also they're all Romance languages.
You're right.
So it helps when there's like the kind of root or like the natural, I don't know, I guess basis.
Yeah. And so we got you here today because, we should have brought some of your work. So tell us what you do. I got these.
So this is yarn. I am a crochet artist, and I've been knitting since I was 5 years old. My grandmother taught me how to knit. And actually the way that she taught me is kind of how I taught myself how to crochet, because she never actually taught me. She would kind of show me how to do it, and then she would say like, okay, now figure it out. Well, this is also my grandmother in Italy, so basically, so the way that I learned how to knit is actually really fun because she gave me this rope that she would tie into a million knots, and then she would hand me this rope. And so it was kind of like the wax on, wax off kind of learning, because she would hand me this rope and she would say, okay, untie it. For like a couple of years, from when I was like 3 to 4 to 5 kind of. And once I like learned how to untie these knots super smoothly, she said, okay, you're ready to learn how to knit. And that really instilled this practice of patience in me with yarn specifically. Because in other areas of my life, I don't have very much patience. But with yarn, I have so much patience.
I guess, should we bring some of the thing you...
Well, I can do some... I can just make something.
You can do it, but I think you have some of that you're working on that we can add.
That's true. I guess I can go grab something really fast, and I guess this will get cut.
30 seconds. That's okay. I keep talking to the people.
Yeah, you keep talking to them.
Grab it, I go real quick so we can get. This is what is that?
This is one that I just made. It's a bucket hat.
It's a bucket hat.
If you want to go ahead and put it on.
You can talk to us how the process,
how it's made.
How it's made a little bit, and yeah. People gotta see you making it, which is kind of like, it's crazy because I saw you doing it. It's kind of creative, because how do you start over here with different color, get in the middle, do another color, and
Well,
do
so
the
you actually
curls.
start from up here.
No way. So you start
Yeah.
from
You start from this
inside
exact
out.
point.
Okay.
So what you do is it's something called a magic circle. So this, like you can kind of see Jay right here. Like
Yeah.
this is, you start. In fact, well, I didn't bring my crochet hook, but whatever. You start by making this this circular component that then you create stitches into, and then that builds this entire thing. And so this one I did seamless, which means that you can't see where I connected the rows, which is harder to do, just because you have to use a stitch marker, and you can kind of lose track of like the artists themselves can lose track of where they are. So that's why I usually do it with a seam. But with other patterns, you can kind of make, even with a seam, you can make it seamless. It just depends on kind of what materials you're using and colors too.
colors too. Okay.
So this
Bro,
is a
that's good.
thinner
So
one.
if you wanted to like untie, you start here or you start at the end?
No, so I made it all from here and then just continued down. So now if I wanted to undo it, I'd have to find my
the
seam
ending,
here.
the ending.
Yeah, exactly, the ending, and then just like pull. And
So
then
you
it would
say you
all
started
come
at
out.
5?
Well, so I started knitting when I was 5.
5.
But this
Okay.
is crocheted. So there's a difference.
Knitting is different than crochet. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Say, okay, now I know. Knitting, okay, give me the difference about it.
Well, so knitting is with 2 needles. So,
Okay, so-
the knitting, the motion is in through the front door, run around the back, peek through the window, and off jumps Jack. That's how I learned when I was in school.
Okay.
And then
That's
and then
crochet.
I taught myself how to crochet over COVID.
Okay.
So that's been more recent, but with that I just watched YouTube videos and just kind of trained myself because it's pretty similar.
It's pretty
With the
similar.
motion itself, but you only use 1 hook with crochet versus 2 needles.
Knitting is 2.
But either way, I'm right-handed, but I have taught people how to crochet left-handed because it's a very similar. It's just a similar thing.
Similar, but okay, different way to do it. Oh shit, that's crazy. I like that because I didn't know. Now I learned something new. So knitting and then crochet is 2 different things. Can you do the same backhand with the knitting, or you have to do crochet?
Well,
So
I'm sure it can be done, knit, but I don't know how.
You don't know how. Okay.
I prefer to crochet my bucket hats, but I prefer to knit my beanies. I prefer to knit my scarves. Even though you can crochet a scarf, but it's easier for me to knit a scarf. Just like it's easier for me to crochet a sweater.
Okay.
But for my grandmother, for example, it would be easier for her to knit a sweater.
Okay.
So it just depends on kind of the artist and what you like better.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, these are she's selling these, right?
$35 if you want to have.
Different style, different, we're going to shout out, we're going to tag her Instagram so you can check it out and more. But besides doing this, what else do you do? Because I call you are like an artist. You do a lot of things besides doing this, and if you can tell us more. I think you say you about to get into music.
I'm trying to.
You're trying to.
I just wrote a song. So I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to write an album right now. But I have so many other things going on. So what else do I do? I play volleyball. That's not really art, but
that is art. It's a sport is art. The same
Yeah.
thing. Believe me, sport is an art.
that's true actually. That's a good point.
Yeah. Because the way you do your hands, or it's angles. When it comes to angles, it's art. I think
like a
everything is
dance.
art. Yes, you're right.
I do dance. So I dance, I act, I film movies, I edit movies, I fly airplanes.
All right, let's go. You also do movies, so you're like a photographer and videographer too.
Yeah.
That also.
I do photography mainly right now, but I'm also in film school. So my major is communications, video audio production, and then I am a pilot by trade. Although I haven't finished my private pilot's license just yet, but I have plans to. And I write. I love to write. So I write poetry, short stories, scripts. I'm a script writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say those are like.
Bro,
the main things I
let me
do.
say this. Sometimes doing one thing is hard, but you do a lot of things. like how do you manage to like touch on so you don't lose like when if you don't do this you're probably not gonna have new tricks,
right? It's like a rhythm that you
so like how do you stay like on the top of everything, do videography, do art, do like
I just kind of do it. I don't know, because these are all of my hobbies, and so I've never really gotten into like making my hobbies be my work until now. Like I'm really starting to embody my crafts and like enjoy them more, and in that way I'm also practicing them more. But in the past I've just always crocheted and knit and gone to those outlets for just as outlets, I guess, or just to do what I love. And then now I'm finally realizing, wait, I actually really enjoy this and I want this to be a job of mine.
Something that can put food on your plate, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I see. How do you, I just ask you, how do you, like you keep doing it, every day, but how do you stay focused with everything that's going on? I guess like life that goes on, family, friends, but also like the setbacks. How do you stay focused on not just lose yourself around the way? Because that's so easy with the world we live in right now. You wake up one day and like, fuck it, social media is there, this is there, then you lose yourself. How do you stay focused though?
I think it's because I have such a deep ingrained, I'd say handwork, like crochet and knitting and sewing too, because I also sew. I like make quilts and like make clothes with my sewing machine, but I think those things are just a very natural part of who I am, and I always go back to them because I have so many roots in them. Both of my grandmothers knit and sew. And so it's just kind of like a deep part of who I am, and it relaxes me.
Yeah.
And I actually wrote a paper about the way that crochet specifically creates bilateral stimulation in the body, which is extremely important for the human brain, because bilateral stimulation is what's used in EMDR therapy. So that's actually how you kind of access both parts of your brain. And doing something like crocheting or knitting, or even playing the drums that uses both sides of your body, then like accesses both parts of your brain. And so it's just a very, I guess to answer your question, it's a really like just deep ingrained aspect of me, and I always want to come back to it.
So it's in your DNA, kind of like.
I guess.
I guess, but that's great, because the more you do, it's like it keeps calling you, even if you like doing something else, even if you hanging out with your friends, even if like you just sitting there, that thing it keeps pulling you, like, cause I saw you were like people, at the studio with chilling. You like your hands looks like I need to do something. Like I guess like I can sit there watch you guys record and all that, but I can do it better while I'm just sewing, like doing something. It's like it's keep putting you, like it's like in the DNA. Like I like that. Like I really love that, because it's kind of like you can't run away from it.
It's almost even like a fidget.
Yeah.
Like the way that you're talking about it, like it just kind of makes me think of a fidget, and I do kind of relate to that. Like it's like even right now, like I'm playing around with my rings. Like there's something like I want to be like, you know what I mean? It's just like.
Do you think when you sleep you do that too?
No, probably not. I don't know. That'd be funny. Although actually one time when I was a kid, my dad told me that he just like my room was lit up. Like, I mean, it was like 3 a.m. or something, and he came into my room just to check on me, and I was asleep knitting on my like sofa bed under my bed.
yeah, I can see you doing that. Yeah, man. For people, can you teach somebody how to sew, like if I wanted to learn how to do this?
Yes, I'm in fact actually thinking about hosting some workshops to teach people how to crochet. Because it's a very calming practice, and it really is like therapeutic in its own way. Yeah,
I feel so. I think so too, Yeah. I mean, I guess we're gonna tag your Instagram on it, but also you can shout it out on it so people can check it out, follow you or get these scarves,
Yeah,
a lot of things.
If anyone wants to buy these hats, follow me on Savia Stitches. That's SAVIA STITCHES. I spelled that right. And then if you want to follow my other, like my main page, that's Savia, SAVIA, and then FORSYTH. So Savia for Scythe. So those are my two pages, and on my main page right now, I'm trying to grow more of like a music-based following because I am creating this album.
Yeah.
And I also just do a lot of things. So if you want to keep up with my life, that's my main page. And then my crochet account is, and also on my main one, I think I'm gonna start, that's where I'm gonna start doing like workshops potentially. Versus my crochet page is just if you want to like buy things from me.
Okay.
So for like lessons and things, then that would be the main page.
Hey, people, my friend, whatever way you are, tune in, tap in. Like me, when I met you, like, and you told me all the things you do, I was like, yo, it would be great to have, like, to bring you on our podcast. The podcast is called Feed Your Focus, because sometimes, like, your example is like, sometimes people feel like they can do only one thing. But your example is like, yo, like, you don't have to just do one thing. You can do this, you can do that, you can experience the whole things, you know, and you can be great at it. All you have to do is keep pushing, get better 1%. So for me, like, that's what I wanted to bring you on, because I may say that you do all those things, people feel like it's a joke, but you do this, like, for real, you do it. Like, I saw you started from scratch, and I can wear this, and, you know, even when you say photography, you got your camera with you, and all those other things. So you were interesting, and for me to see that you're about to start also jump on the music journey and learn about that and get better at that, I can't wait to hear more about that. That's why I wanted to just sit down, have a conversation with you, and tap in. And from our listeners, people who usually follow us and listen to us, and get to know you, and they will have a bigger picture that you don't have to do one thing, you know. Do you feel like, do you get questions about it, like that when you tell people you do this and this and this, and they're like, oh bro, like, how many lives do you have?
People don't believe me, or are like, wait, are you sure this isn't just a phase, or like, oh, is this like actually what you want to do, or like blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm just figuring it out. Like, I don't have one, like, the thing is that I love so many things, and sometimes I do think that could, like, sometimes I do think that I need to just kind of like focus on one thing, but then I'm like, but like, why? I have so many interests, and so many things just like speak to me, and so why just focus on one thing when there's so much that a human being can do, and there's not, like, we don't need to be boxed into like the archetype of, oh, just work all day and make your money, and that's all that life is about. Because life is so beautiful if you just open your eyes and like start looking at life in color, I feel like. Because if it's just this like very like 9 to 5, I gotta work all day, I'm gonna provide, blah, 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 but it's like, then when do you get to just sit and do what you love? And why not just start feeding that focus? Feeding that focus. And that voice that's in you, that's talking to you. Yeah. And focus on that, because it's like all those, it's experience. It's something is talking to you inside of you. You're trying to ignore it. Why don't you focus on it and talk to it? Exactly. And then expand. And you know, we don't have one sense. We got how many senses? 5, 6? 5 senses. They say we got 5 senses, and the sixth one, that if you tap in, you get the 6 senses. But you gotta be able to use those. If I'm speaking, somebody, like, you can do touch. You know, somebody can use there is so many things you can tap in. But also just like to tap into all of your senses at once is like such a magical experience. And it's funny that I bring that up, because the other night I was talking to my friend on the phone, and I said, all I want to do tonight is just tap into all of my senses. And I wrote a song that kind of did in the end. And that's just such a random example of that, but I feel like tapping into all your senses really just means like being present, completely present in the moment, always. And just being able to enjoy every little detail of life. Because there's this song by Maneskin, and it's an Italian song, but the lyrics of it are so true. And it's called Vent'anni, which means 20 years old. And it's one of the lyrics in it is spiegare cosa è il colore a chi vede bianco e nero, andare un passo più avanti, essere sempre vero. And that means explaining what color is like to those who only see black and white. Will you go forward every day, always being real? And I just think that those lyrics are just, it's asking a question. It's like, will you explain what color is like to those who only see black and white? Will you move forward, always being real? And it's just a really deep song to me, and I've been listening to it a lot, and just being able to focus on your own truth and not really, it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter whether people question you of like, oh, why do you do so many things? Or like, why is that what you love? Because it's what you love at the end of the day, and why does anyone else get to create a verdict around that?
That's correct. That's deep. It's not that deep, but it's opening my, because it's like, can you explain to somebody who, like, if it's something red or blue, can you explain to somebody who see black and white?
Right.
Or maybe this hat, if somebody is not able to see it, can you like be able to explain that to somebody who don't have eyes, like,
exactly.
And be able to touch it? Bro, that's great. I mean, for me too. Now, and my next thing that I'm gonna do, tapping on all my senses. I'm trying to figure out. I make music. I talk to people. I guess I use that. But now I'm trying to figure out. My hands, all the senses, because that's how you can figure out how much. Because sometimes we're not limited to what we can do. Like God created us. We big. We huge. Like sometimes we limit ourselves. Like, oh, I'm only because it's comfortable.
Right.
But
there's so much that a human can do. And we are so powerful as a species. And we sometimes, not sometimes, we really overdo that. And we overuse our power in certain ways, I feel like. And I think that just being able to be animals on this earth, but with the power that we have, is what is important. And I don't mean like disfruttare questo potere, which means like, I don't mean like misuse this power. I mean really like just be creative and be animals, because that's what we are at the end of the day. And being able to just go into that headspace or mentality or whatever really does drive that focus.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it for you stopping in. I appreciate for you tuning in. Tap in. Follow her. We're gonna bring you back. We're gonna bring her back when she put out some new music and all that, because it's gonna be a new chapter we're gonna talk about. Right now, she's writing and in the studio, but once the music comes out, we're gonna come here talk about it. But hey, I think I look good too. But tap in. Thank you. I appreciate you for stopping by Feed Your Focus podcast to chat. You're always welcome, whatever, anytime.
Thank you.
This is a way we talk about creativity and all that, and how we stay focused. And hopefully today you learned something, man. Tap in with all your senses, bro.
All of them.
Big.
Tutte cinque.
Thank you. And
it's a pleasure.
Feed Your Focus, the creative genius. We out like that. 1. Ow.